على الفلاح.
Assalamu alaikum. Today we want to start from the conditions of inheritance. Even though there is property to be inherited, there must be conditions. Condition number one: confirmation that the original owner of the property has died. We have to confirm that he or she is no more. But what happens if we are not sure? He traveled, he has not returned. We see many cases of missing person. Can you say, oh, the person is missing 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, even 1 year? Let's assume he's dead, so we can go and share the property. Can we do that? No. We must confirm that the person is dead. But where we are not able to confirm, then we approach an Islamic judge, a judge who is vast in the Sharia, who is known to have fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will pass the judgment. If he says, let's consider him or her dead, then so be it. The property will be shared. So what we are saying in essence is that before inheritance sharing can take place, it must be confirmed that the owner of the property is dead. Condition number two: confirmation that as at the time the person died, this particular heir was alive. Even if that heir lived for just 1 second, a moment. Let me give you an instance. A father and a son traveled and were involved in an accident. As at the time of the accident, the father died on the spot. But the son was still seen, breathing, that means he was still alive. Perhaps on the way to the hospital, he died. Or even before he was brought out of the car, he died. But the father was already confirmed dead. Immediately, the accident took place and the son was still breathing. Because the son was alive, even if he lived for just few seconds after the father, he is a legal heir to the father. They have to ask, so what happens? It's not alive anymore. Yes. When sharing the inheritance of the father, you must give him his own share, right? Then when sharing his own inheritance now, you add that share from the father to his own, to his property, if he had any while he was alive, to be shared to his own legal heirs. So we cannot deny him of his own inheritance. That is very important. What we are saying is that we must confirm that the particular heir was alive outside the time the owner of the property died. Condition number three: we must have an expert Islamic law of inheritance who will use Islamic law of inheritance to administer the inheritance. Because it is not allowed, it is forbidden for the property of a Muslim to be shared with any other law other than that of Islam, other than that of Allah. So these conditions must be available before inheritance sharing can take place. Also, there are pillars of inheritance. There are pillars of inheritance. The first of such pillar is the owner of the property or the deceased. Two, the heir. The number three, the property to be inherited. These are the pillars. Like I said, even when these pillars are available, the conditions must also be met before inheritance sharing can take place. In our next series, we are going to look at the verses of inheritance. There are 3 verses of inheritance. Verse number 1, Quran 4, verse 11. This verse talks about the share of the father, the mother, and the children. Right? Then, Quran 4, verse 12. This verse talks about the inheritance of the husband, the wife, then the inheritance of the maternal siblings. I mean siblings who share the same mother with the deceased. Maternal siblings are siblings who share the same mother, the disease. In Quran 4, verse 12, we see their shares. Then Quran 4, verse 176. This verse tells us the inheritance of the full siblings and paternal siblings, as well as it tells us the share of the paternal siblings and the full siblings, and other explanations. We shall look at them from the tafsir, the explanations of the scholars. Again, what also quickly states that in Islam, the Islamic law of inheritance have just 4 sources. The first of such sources is the Quran itself. Then the Sunnah of the prophets. The prophets practicalize the Islamic law of inheritance. They will have the practice of the Sahabas, the companions of the prophets. Then look at the analytical deduction by the Islamic jurists. These are the 4 fundamental sources of Islamic law of inheritance. We'll stop here and we'll see the next series. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.